running it down. That's what the White Sox have been doing. That's how you win championships or divisions.
You will hear from both of these guys on the post-game show coming up. As we mentioned at the top, Starlin Castro is the lone all-star for the Northsiders. Carlos Quinton is the all-star for now. For the White Sox, we'll find out if Paul Konerko gets voted in by the fans. But it is our pleasure to turn it over now to the broadcast booth that will be calling today's action. Len Casper and Bob Brenly. And, of course, Bob, a part of the 1984 All-Star game. Guys, it was great to see Starlin Castro get the nod, becoming the youngest Cub to play in an All-Star game. Guys?
Pretty heady stuff, Pat. 21 years old. Bob, his dad and brothers are here at the ballpark today, and hopefully he can celebrate it with a nice 3-for-4 day at the plate and the Cubs win.
Absolutely. You'd love to see that today. At least take one game of this series against the Sox. Starlin Castro absolutely deserves to go to the All-Star game. He has been a phenom this season, picking up right where he left off last year.
And Jose Reyes with a hamstring injury yesterday. I'm not sure how severe that is. He's voted in as a starter. Troy Tulowitzki is there. And I tell you, Starlin Castro will be a pretty interesting pinch hitter in a big spot late in the game.
We know he can make contact. We know he fears no pitcher out there on the mound. And we know he's come up with a lot of big base hits for the Cubs. Hopefully he'll be able to do the same thing for the National League in the All-Star game.
Let's check out the highlights from Game 2 yesterday. 93 degrees when the game started. It would cool off and the wind would shift a little later, and it certainly didn't play out as an offensive day. Matt Garza was fantastic. A 9-inning complete game. Unfortunately, it came in a loss. He allowed 1 run on 4 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Phil Humber, though, made pitches when he had to make them. Bob, the Cubs grounded into 3 double plays. He came up with big strikeouts and those double plays when he needed them.
Yeah, Humber himself said that he did not have his best stuff yesterday, but along with his catcher, A.J. Pierzynski, they found a way to get through the Cubs lineup, including that straight changeup that was really good for Phil Humber.
The White Sox got the only run on their first hit of the day, and it wasn't a bad pitch from Matt Garza. Juan Pierre smacked it the other way for his 3rd consecutive game-winning RBI. 1-0 as Beckham is in, and Matt was not too happy with a pitch earlier in that at-bat that wasn't called a strike. 9th inning now, Matt Thornton in his 2nd inning of work gets the save, filling in for the very busy Sergio Santos. Again, Juan Pierre has been the hero for the White Sox lately. They've won 4 in a row, and he's had the game-winning RBI 3 consecutive days.
You look at this White Sox offense, Juan Pierre is probably not the guy that would jump out as the guy you need to avoid, but he's come up with 3 huge base hits for the Sox.
And here's why Mike Quade was kicked out for the 3rd time this year. The Coors Light freeze cam, and it was a bad call.
It was a horrible call. Rather than the freeze cam, we should call it the brain freeze cam for Paul Emmel, the second base umpire. We all know about the neighborhood play at second. This is stretching it a little bit. This is the county play, and Mike Quade was justifiably angry with Paul Emmel, was ejected from the ball game in the 2nd.
All right, our brain freeze / Coors Light freeze cam. Now let's send it down to Gail Fisher, chatting with a guy who had a milestone home run the other day, Aramis Ramirez.
All right, Len, thank you. Here with Aramis Ramirez. An interesting week for you and this team with that Giants series and now playing the White Sox. But for you personally, you got that milestone of home run number 300. How did that feel?
It feels good. It's something that you work for, and you'll be proud of. 300 home runs, a lot of home runs, and hopefully I keep doing it.
You obviously start heating up as the weather does. I don't know if you know this, but July seems to be the month where you hit the most home runs. Is this where you start hitting your stride in a season?
Well, warm weather help. It's cold here the first 2.5 months, and the ball usually don't carry as well. When it's hot, it goes better, and then I feel better.
For this team who's been struggling a little bit this season, it seems like you and Carlos Pena are starting to heat up. Do you guys feel like once this team can get into a groove, you can maybe put some wins together and get that 3-win streak for the first time?
Well, hopefully. We got a good team. We got good personnel, and like you say, hopefully I stay hot, Pena stay hot, and the other guys start, to do what they're capable of. We haven't played the way we like to. I know we have a lot of injuries, but there's no excuses. We should play the way we can play.
When you look at a kid like Starlin Castro, do you ever talk to him, give him some advice? Obviously, he looks like he's going to be a superstar and probably is going to be named to the All-Star team maybe today.
Well, yeah, I talk to him as much as I can because I was in that position. I made it to the big leagues when I was really young also, and you make a lot of mistakes as a young player. So I try to help as much as I can.
You think he deserves to be an All-Star?
Oh, yeah. He's second in the league, and he's been or more consistent hitter the whole year. I mean, he's been hitting 300 since opening day.
And how about that defense of his?
He's getting a lot better. You know, he's made some error, and that's part of the process. It's going to happen to young players, but he's going to be an all-star shortstop for a long time.
For you personally and where you're at in your career, you never know what's going to happen here, especially with the trade deadline coming up. Do you feel like you want to savor every moment at Wrigley because this could be your last?
I'm enjoying it. You know, this like you said, this could be my last year here, and I've been here for eight and a half years. You know, no regrets. Everything here, it's been nice, and like you say, you know, I savor every single moment.
Cubs-Sox series, one of those moments. This is going to be the last game. Obviously, you guys don't want to get swept. It's been a long time since they swept you here at Wrigley. Is this one of the more enjoyable rivalries, though, that you've experienced?
Well, yeah. I mean, playing against St. Louis is fun also, but when you play the White Sox, it's like a playoff atmosphere out here in the park. And, you know, like you say, hopefully we'll end up with a win today. Yeah,
what will be the key to getting that win today?
We got to get good pitching like yesterday. You know, we got great starting pitching from Garza. We didn't score any runs. Hopefully, we get that good pitching and we hit some women in scoring position.
All right, catching up with Aramis Ramirez. Thank you very much, Len. Bob, let's send it back to you guys.
All right, Gail, thanks very much. Nice day. Mild temperatures. Wind at the moment is blowing in. We'll talk about these bullpens that have been hot and the starting pitchers coming up.
People like to make lemonade during the summertime. Out here, we like to make summer shandy.
Shandy!
Shandy! We got some great cluster hops, some malted wheat, some of the freshest spring water in the world, and some great old-fashioned lemonade flavor. So consider this the Line & Kugel Shandy Stand. I'm Jake. I'm John. And we're Line & Kugels. Line & Kugels!
Need an oil change? Don't worry. Call your CarX man. Cars or trucks, basic or deluxe.
We know the oil that's right for your car.
Now get a full-service oil change from $19.99. $19.99 for everything in, on, or under your car. It's CarX.
It's all new with a 5-star frontal crash rating.
5 stars means safe. 5-star protection.
5 crash rating. 5-star side.
Size 2, 3, 4, 5-star crash.
Side crash rating. Side only.
Lots of cars get 5 stars in one category, but not in every combined category. The One, the Accord sedan. For great leases and low financing, visit your Honda dealer or shophonda.com.
Van's Pizza Pub and Grill is raising the bar on the best food and fun in the Quad Cities. Get Van's made-from-scratch pizzas and bite down on awesome upscale appetizers. And enjoy happy hour on Monday through Saturday with discounted drinks and food. Enjoy the outdoors on Van's incredible new outdoor patio. Van's is perfect for large parties and get-togethers. Come for the pizza and stay for the fun. Come get served at Van's Pizza Pub and Grill, 3333 North Harrison Street in Davenport.
Ever since Big Ten Mart started their Mega Monday specials, people have a whole new outlook on the day.
Mondays rock.
Don't you just love Mondays?
The bad thing about Monday is that it only happens once a week.
Give me an M! M! Give me an O! O! Give me an N!
N! Stop into Big Ten Mart every Monday for new deals each week and register for weekly prizes, including a chance to win a game system from video games, etc. See you Monday.
Monday!
Welcome back to a packed Wrigley Field. The Cubs hosting the White Sox as these two teams wrap up interleague play for 2011. The Cubs will head to Washington, D.C. for the 4th of July tomorrow. 7-game road trip through D.C. and Pittsburgh. Well, we want to talk bullpens. The Cubs bullpen has been very good. Remember what they did on Thursday against the San Francisco Giants. And, Bob, they've carried that right through the weekend.
Yeah, the bullpen has actually been a bright spot for the Cubs, especially recently. Over the last 13 games, the ERA under a run and a half. They've only given up 6 earned runs in just under 40 innings of work, especially the lefties down there. James Russell's done a great job. Sean Marshall's done a great job. And with Woody coming back off the DL, even more depth to that Cubs bullpen.
And the White Sox bullpen, 16 1/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, no runs against the Cubs this season. Let's talk about the starting pitchers for today. You have Rodrigo Lopez now pitching in the spot previously held by Doug Davis. Gavin Floyd goes for the White Sox, and the Cubs knocked him around down on the south side.
Yeah, they did. He's more of a contact pitcher, doesn't strike out a lot of guys, throws a lot cut fastballs out away from the right-handed hitters. Are going to have to take him to the opposite field today.
Well, the Cubs have not been swept by the White Sox here at Wrigley Field since 1999. They don't want to get swept this year, that's for sure. We'll have the Cubs hosting their Southside rivals next.
During Toyota's Independence Week sales event, you'd be shocked at the number of vehicles at your Toyota dealer. Cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, hybrids, and you'll find special deals on, well, everything. Toyota's Independence Week sales event. Savings, only better. Hurry in to your local Toyota dealer today, because right now you can get incredible 0% APR financing on 7 of your favorite Toyota models. But hurry, these offers end soon.
Got it. Don't be the last to know. Get it faster with 4G. It's the network of possibilities. AT&T.
Hey, this is Tom. How do you guys feel about our pitching rotation?
I got it.
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 Comcast Sportsnet fields your questions. Catch us on Sportsnet Central or CSNChicago.com. Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
I got it.
I got it. I got it.
The Chicago Cubs strongly encourage the use of public transportation. The CTA offers a variety of options, including the Red Line, which stops right at Wrigley Field at the Edison Station. If you must drive, try the remote parking operation at DeVry University, located near the Edison and Rockwell intersection. The remote lot offers parking and an express bus for just $6. For more details, call the CTA hotline at 773-836-7000 or visit Cubs.com.
Out here, we like to fish in it.
Paddle in it.
Soak it in and shake it off.
But above all, we always try to protect it.
I'm Jake.
I'm John, and we're Leinenkugels. And when it comes to cleaning up the water, we're all in the same boat.
So join us, won't you?
It's Leinenkugels Canoes for a Cause. Paddle over to Leinie.com to learn how you can join us for the friendly float on the Chicago River.
For a limited time at Luna, get 60% off your first room, and all additional rooms are 75% off. Call today. Shop smart, shop Luna.
773-202 Luna.
The famous Wrigley Field marquee welcoming fans into the ballpark today. Nice day for Cubs baseball here on Comcast Sportsnet. Today they wrap up their 6-game interleague season series against the White Sox and also end an 8-game homestand. And good news today, 21-year-old Starlin Castro becomes the youngest Cub All-Star ever, having a fantastic sophomore season. He found out a couple of hours ago that he'll be heading to Phoenix in just over a week. And as we welcome Bob Brenly into the mix, Len Casper, Bob Brenly here. Starlin Castro has played like an all-star really since opening day.
Well, you think back, Len, when he was 19 years old playing in the prospect-heavy Arizona Fall League. He hit .376. He spent less than half a year at the AA level, has never been in AAA, and just continues to roll on here at the major league level. Well-deserved all-star selection.
Carlos Quentin, the White Sox representative for the second time in his career. No Paul Konerko, at least for now. Juan Pierre's playing like an all-star the last week or so.
You know, he's justifying the faith that Ozzie Guillen has shown in him. I think everybody in town doubted Juan Pierre, with the exception of Ozzie Guillen and Juan Pierre. He's a firm believer that if you just continue to do things the right way, put in the hard work before the game, that good things eventually will happen unfortunately, a lot of the good things for Juan Pierre have happened against the Cubs.
And the White Sox have won 4 in a row. They're back to 500 for the first time since mid-April, and they underplay today, just 3.5 games back of Cleveland in the American League Central. On the mound today, Gavin Floyd for the White Sox, and for the Cubs, right-hander Rodrigo Lopez. Now, in special recognition of the military, USAA now presents a singing of God Bless America, followed by the national anthem, both being performed by Corey Thompson. But first, let's join public address announcer Andy Bellison.
We ask you to please stand as the Illinois National Guard and the Chicago Cubs welcome a very special guest to Wrigley Field. Captain Ronaldo Manago returned last week from a 13-month deployment to Afghanistan. While there, Captain Manago was assigned to the 3rd Special Forces Group and was the commander of the Base Defense Operations Center for the Combined Joint Special Operations Task Force Afghanistan. Captain Manago is presently with the 3rd Brigade, 75th Division out of Fort Sheridan, Illinois. The Chicago Cubs would like to take this moment to thank Captain Manago, along with all our service men and women, both in this country and around the world, for their selfless dedication, courage, and sacrifice in protecting our freedom and defending this great country. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Kindly remove your caps and join Corey Thompson as she honors America with God Bless America, followed by our national anthem.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great energy in this ballpark as the Cubs host the White Sox. Final time they'll meet here in 2011. We'll have the lineups and all the action next.
Verizon 4G LTE. Now available in Indianapolis. Rule the air on the fastest 4G network in America.
At S.J. Smith Company, Gases, Welding, Safety, and Industrial Solutions, our goal is to identify cost-effective answers to fit your unique challenges. Our repair service department is certified and the only local authorized dealer by Miller Electric Equipment. Our on-call staff will help you minimize downtime and keep your production on target. Plus, S.J. Smith has a wide selection of rental welding machines. For short or long-term rentals, call S.J. Smith and see what we can do for you. You have the questions, S.J. Smith has the answers. Allow our expertise to work for you. Find out more at sjsmith.com.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years of being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Subway. Every day at Subway, choose from many delicious regular footlong subs for just $5. Subway. Eat fresh. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today or go to shophonda.com and find great values on a new Honda. AT&T Ubers. Find out more of what's possible at att.com. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates.
Prior to today's game, Edward Jones representative David Robinson presented the Edward Jones Player of the Month Award to All-Star Starlin Castro for his outstanding play in the month of June. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. The awards just keep on coming.
I think they will continue to keep on coming for Starlin Castro if he maintains this level of play. He has been extremely impressive.
Cubs trying to salvage a finale here. That momentum they grabbed with the 2 wins against the Giants Wednesday and Thursday has been dampened by the last 2 days as the White Sox won game 1 6-4 and come from behind fashion. And then 1-0 yesterday as they will take the field. The Cubs will behind veteran right-hander Rodrigo Lopez. Now Ozzie Guillen's White Sox Southwest starting lineup. Juan Pierre leading off in left. Alexei Ramirez is going to hit second at short. You have Adam Dunn struggling big time, but he's in there playing first for Paul Konerko. Quentin, the 2-time All-Stars in right. A.J. Przinsky never misses a matchup against the Cubs. Rios in center, Martin at third, Gordon Beckham at second, and Gavin Floyd, the pitcher, hits ninth.
Take a look at the Cubs defensively this afternoon. Soriano, Bird, and Fukudome left to right across the outfield. Ramirez and the newest Cub All-Star Starlin Castro will be on the left side of the infield, while Darwin Barney and Carlos Pena will man the right side. Giovanni Soto doing the catching this afternoon for our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher, right-hander Rodrigo Lopez. Lopez numerically did not have a good outing against the Giants last time, but he did pitch into the 5th inning with a very undermanned bullpen. So in that respect, it was a successful start for Rodrigo. Went 4 2/3. Did give up 8 hits and 4 runs. However, only 1 of those runs was earned.
So the 35-year-old righty getting set to work. And the umpires today, Bruce Dreckman, the Iowa native, will get the plate. Paul Emmels at first, Rob Drake at second, and the crew chief Gary Darling at third. That's what Bob looks like under his Comcast Sportsnet shirt.
Absolutely. Just in case I wear the wrong shirt on a given day, I can just whip it off and have that big red C on the middle of my blue chest. There are a few guys in this White Sox lineup with pretty good numbers against Rodrigo Lopez in their careers, including the guys making his way to the plate right now. Juan Pierre 5 for 8 against Rodrigo Lopez.
Second big leaguer this year to drive in the winning run for his team in the 6th inning or later in 3 consecutive games. Johnny Damon did it in April for Tampa Bay as Pierre looks at a strike. We're underway. Corner man in. Ramirez already in on the grass at third. As Pierre hits a ground ball that's picked up by Darwin Barney, and he throws in time for the out. Pierre has broken up a couple of no-hitters here at Wrigley Field the last 2 years. Had the leadoff hit against Ted Lilly in the 9th inning last June 13th. That was a game started by Gavin Floyd, who took a no-no himself into the 7th. Cubs won that one 1-0, and Pierre with the first hit for the White Sox in the 6th yesterday in their 1-0 win. Now Alexei Ramirez, who tied Friday's game with a 2-run homer in the 7th. His only hit in the series. Pop foul back out of play.
For once, Ozzie Guillen has to be pleased that he is not the guy getting ejected from a Cubs-White Sox matchup. Yesterday it was Mike Quade getting ejected by second base umpire Paul Emmel, arguing that neighborhood play at second base. I'm sure Ozzie just sat back a little further on the bench, tried to stay out of the line of fire.
Ozzie's been ejected twice this year. Mike Quade 3 times. In case you're keeping score.
You know, one thing, as a former manager, I used to be a little concerned when you argue with either the second or first base umpire and have the same crew the next day. I'll explain why in a moment as Ramos Ramirez camps underneath this pop foul. Paul Emmel worked second base yesterday. He's the man that ejected Mike Quade. Well, he's working first base today, where he will have a much larger impact on the game. Now, if you argue with the first base umpire and the next day you come back, that man is working the plate, and he can obviously have a huge effect on the ball game. So I tried to pick my spots when arguing with the first and second base umpires.
Here's Adam Dunn, 2 for 33 in his last 9 games with 20 strikeouts. And against the Cubs this season, 0 for 12 with 8 strikeouts. He's reached base once on a walk. Played right field yesterday. He's at first base today. Paul Konerko is out of the lineup. Ozzie basically said best play for Dunn to get out of a slump is to play. Two and one. Rather large omission in terms of the American League All-Star roster. Paul Konerko not on it, even though he is on the ballot for the 34th and final roster spot. There will be online voting for that spot. But if ever there was an all-star first half, Paul Konerko's had it. Bounced foul by Dunn.
Well, it happens every year. Deserving players are left off the All-Star team. Occasionally some players who don't deserve to be there get voted into the All-Star game, and
called strike 3. So Dunn fans yet again, this time looking. Lopez goes 1, 2, 3, and the Cubs are coming up.
The home side is simply going now.
Some watch simply for the love of the game. Others seek out the best players or the biggest matchups and wait for the unpredictable outcome. But for most fans, it's about experiencing every magic moment live as it happens, one history-making play at a time. Switch to Xfinity and get TV, phone, and internet for just $99 a month for 12 months, plus an HD DVR free for 3 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Want to see all the action from the front row? Now you can with the CBOE Front Row Seats auction. Front row seats will be auctioned off to each game all season long. For more information, visit Cubs.com and click on the CBOE Front Row Seats auction. The best seats are always a click away.
With real
real-time four-wheel drive and vehicle stability assist, the CR-V responds instantly to changing road conditions. The Honda CR-V four-wheel drive. Capable, whatever the forecast. For great leases and low financing, go to shophonda.com or see your Honda dealer.
We're now offering large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, Monday through Wednesday carryout.
$7.99? That's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
This pizza's worth at least twice what we're charging for.
The economy is still tough, and this is a great way to give customers value.
Now the Cubs Southwest starting lineup written out by NL All-Star coach and Cubs manager Mike Quade. Kosuke leads it off. Darwin Barney's been hot since returning from the DL. The All-Star Castro at short. Aramis Ramirez at third. Carlos Pena hit a game-winning home run off Gavin Floyd down on the south side. Marlon Byrd his second game back from the shelf. Soriano, Soto, and Lopez at the bottom for the Cubs.
Take a look at the White Sox defensively this afternoon. Juan Pierre, Alex Rios, and Carlos Quentin left to right across the outfield. Martin getting the start at third base today. Alexei Ramirez at short. Gordon Beckham at second base. Big Adam Dunn over at first. That guy, A.J. Pierzynski, continues to rake in the Crosstown Classic. And A.J. will be catching pitches from right-hander Gavin Floyd. Looking to even his record at 7-7 on the season. Only 95 hits in 101 innings pitched. You see a lot of cutters. 30% of his pitches so far this year have been cut fastballs. Also has a very good curve.
Could not maintain a 3-0 lead on June 20th at U.S. Cellular Field. Cubs came back. A couple of big home runs from Starlin Castro and Carlos Pena, and the Cubs won the game. It's the only win they have in this season series. 6-3 was the final as Floyd went 5+. Oh-2 pitch. Little flinch by Bruce Dreckman on the breaking ball. 1-2. Cubs have been right near at the top for most of the season in terms of leadoff hitters and the on-base average. Awkward swing by Kosuke, and he strikes out.
Yeah, Fukudome's been in that leadoff spot most often. This is his 56th start in the leadoff spot. Starlin Castro's also hit leadoff. Reed Johnson, Jeff Baker, and Tony Campana. Nasty curveball that time from Gavin Floyd. Gets the awkward swing from Kosuke for the first out of the bottom of the first.
That brings up Darwin Barney. 6 hits since he came back from the DL. This is his 5th game. And overall a 7-game hitting streak. He leads all major league rookies with a .298 average. And over the next 4 days, there'll be a nice little matchup. Danny Espinosa, the second baseman of the Nationals, another top candidate for the Rookie of the Year as Barney grounds out to Beckham. Espinosa is a different type of hitter, though. He hasn't hit for average. He's hit for power for the Nationals this season. And as you go back to the All-Star break last year, only Adrian Gonzalez, who, by the way, made the All-Star team over in the American League, has more hits than Starlin Castro. And a strike. Greg Maddux previously had the record in terms of youngest Cub to make the Midsummer Classic. He was 22 back in 1988. And a flare. Beckham will catch it. Youngest position player prior to Castro was Ron Santo at 23 years old in 1963. An 8-pitch 1-2-3 for Gavin Floyd.
If I were a customer, I like nonstop travel because it's quicker, because it's convenient. It's just the best way to go. Keeps the cost down.
Southwest Airlines has added new nonstop flights from Midway to South Carolina.
It means more time doing the things I want to do. It's easy. It's hassle-free. There's no headaches.
Fly Southwest Airlines' new nonstops from Midway to Greenville, Spartanburg, and Charleston, South Carolina.
I like nonstop travel because you don't got any more stuff. I don't know what to...
Hi.
Hon, we still on for dinner?
Oh, I can't. You know I've got the bar exam.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, one more time. This bar means...
The Coors Light is cold?
And this bar...
The Coors Light is super cold?
Congrats. You just passed the bar exam.
Introducing new Super Cold Activation from Coors Light. With 2 stages, you'll know when your beer goes from cold to super cold.
So, you're a lawyer?
Huh? No. Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Verizon 4G LTE, now available in Indianapolis. Rule the air on the fastest 4G network in America.
Here's a scene at Casey Moran's in Wrigleyville. Fans are on hand watching the Crosstown Classic and enjoying some Coronas. Corona, relax responsibly. Very busy in the neighborhood on this holiday weekend. Happy early 4th of July to everyone out there. Cubs trying to get out of here with a 4-4 homestand packed into 7 days. Carlos Quentin bounces foul. Second time for him on the All-Star team. He made it back in 2008. Jose Bautista has set a new record for the most votes ever for an All-Star. 7.4 million votes is $1 million. How about Alex Avila, the catcher for the Detroit Tigers, is going to start for the American League. That's high. 2 balls and a strike. I'm just glad it's not all Yankees and Red Sox. Nothing against those 2 teams, but sometimes, Bob, that's how it plays out. That'll be fair. Picked up by Aramis Ramirez. High throw, safe. That's an error on Aramis. And then the leadoff man is on.
Kind of caught the ball awkwardly. A high hop that came up above the waist. Fielded it with the palm up. Still able to get himself into a good position to throw. It just sailed on him. Pulled Pena up off of the bag. And before he could come back down, Quentin able to leg it out.
As it is, there are 6 starters for the American League representing Boston or New York. As Przinsky fouls back, Robinson Cano, A-Rod, Derek Jeter, Curtis Granderson, all of the Yankees, Adrian Gonzalez, and David Ortiz of the Red Sox, the only non-members of those 2 teams. I mentioned Bautista, Josh Hamilton of the Rangers, and Alex Avila. In the National League, how about this? 3 Milwaukee Brewers are in the starting lineup. Prince Fielder, Ricky Weeks, and Ryan Braun.
I just love to look at those all-star rosters and imagine playing a 162-game season with that team. You'd have a pretty good chance to win.
I would think so. Przinsky stays alive, and the rosters will change. You have a few pitchers, and there will be injuries. But pitchers who are scheduled to start a week from today will not be allowed to participate, and they will be replaced. You've got that 34th man for both leagues. Fans will vote on that. Ryan Vogelsong made it. 0-2. That should be 2. Castro, Barney, Pena makes up for the error by Ramirez. A little payback after the Cubs bounced into 3 of them yesterday.
Now, when Rodrigo Lopez pitches, you know there's going to be some traffic on the bases. You just hope to make good pitches when there are runners on base and get that ground ball the way he was able to do against A.J. right here. Cleanly turned double play by Castro, Barney, and Carlos Pena.
15th double play grounded into by Przinsky. Alex Rios to Castro. And Lopez has not allowed a hit through the first 2. For him, that was a 9-pitch second.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Friends with Benefits, starring Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis, in theaters July 22nd. Rated R.
On July 22nd, Justin and Mila take friendship to a whole new level.
God, I miss sex. Sometimes you just need it.
Why does it always got to come with complications?
Why don't they ever make a movie about what happens after the big kiss?
They do. It's called porn. It's just sex.
I think this is great. The only thing is it takes you off the market, but the whole reason you go to the market is to buy the produce, which you already got.
Mom! We're just doing this once.
I love it. Friends with Benefits.
Just don't break her. She's real brittle.
Rated R.
Edmunds.com says that Lexus holds its value better than any other luxury brand. J.D. Power and Associates ranks Lexus the highest in customer satisfaction. No wonder more people have chosen Lexus over any other luxury brand 11 years in a row. Get 2.9% financing on the 2011 IS250. See your Lexus dealer.
When my doctor told me I had cancer and I didn't know which way to turn, you were there.
When I needed to get to my treatment, you were there.
When I lost my hair and needed to look like myself again.
When insurance problems threatened her care.
When their needs went beyond medical help.
You were there.
If you or someone you love has cancer, turn to the American Cancer Society. All their help is free.
Why am I still here? Because you were there.
Follow all of today's stats and info in real time with Cubs in-game live only at CSNChicago.com. Brought to you by Honda. And we want to welcome all the fans watching us on Comcast Sportsnet. Right outside the ballpark at the Wrigleyville Block Party. Rod Tough Curls and the bench press will play immediately after the game today, right next to the ballpark. No admission, everyone welcome. Make sure you stop on by.
Just follow the music. You can't miss it.
Ramirez leads off for the Cubs in the second. Takes a cutter off the plate. Ball 1. What a homestand he's had. 5 home runs. It is 300th career homer off Edwin Jackson on Friday. He's going to take that pitch all the way, and he did for ball 2.
Floyd just not going to give in to Aramis Ramirez. We talk about it all the time, the advance reports, and certainly the White Sox have seen the damage Aramis has done lately. Even on the 2-0 pitch, after missing with back-to-back cutters off the outside corner, Gavin Floyd comes right back with another one on the 2-0 pitch.
One ran up and in on a fastball, making the count 2-2. In spite of Floyd's rough start against the Cubs on June 20th, he normally is lights out against the National League. A 2.31 interleague ERA, second best all time to only Eric Bedard. And how about this one, Bob? The White Sox have now won 17 of their last 20. They're 17-3 over their last 20 games in National League ballparks. They have dominated in interleague play. Swing and a miss. He got him on a cutter. Well, you were right on that scouting report. Fastballs and cutters, that's what we've seen a lot.
Yeah, occasionally when he gets to a 2-strike count, he'll drop a curveball in there, try to get a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, but he's going to rely on that low 90s fastball with some tailing action inside to a righty, and then the cut fastball in the high 80s away from the right-handers. He got a pretty good formula, and he sticks to it.
Let's see a changeup or two, and this type of at bat against a left-handed power hitter, Carlos Pena. Again, hit the game-winning 3-run homer in the first game of this season series.
Given those numbers on the White Sox in interleague play, I'm sure they'd all be in favor of realignment and maybe jumping leagues. Maybe not.
There's a changeup, and it's hit to the shortstop. Ramirez on the other side of second.
We haven't seen Carlos Pena bunt against that exaggerated shift for quite some time. Earlier in the season, particularly when the wind was blowing in here at Wrigley, and Carlos would find himself leading off an inning, we saw him try to drop some bunts down to the left side, including a couple times with 2 strikes, but hasn't done much of that lately with the wind blowing out more often than not.
And he did it yesterday, and again the wind shifted. Started in the low 90s, and over about a 3-inning period got down to the high 70s. Good to see Marlon Byrd back in action. Second game off the DL. He was activated yesterday as he hits one well to right, but it'll be Quentin to make the catch, and Gavin Floyd cruising along early on along with Rodrigo Lopez. No score after 2.
Verizon 4G LTE, now available in Indianapolis. Rule the air on the fastest 4G network in America.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
The nutrient-rich, flavor-packed avocado. It can be seen in lush green orchards, in upscale restaurants, and now, Subway.
No way.
Way. Because now, for a limited time only, Subway has avocado. Creamy, smooth, this superfood really ups the flavor ante. Try the turkey and bacon avocado. Everything you add tastes even better with creamy avocado. Crispy veggies, cheeses, sauces. Go ahead. Grab the green today at Subway. Subway, eat fresh.
At S.J. Smith Company, Gases, Welding, Safety, and Industrial Solutions, our goal is to identify cost-effective answers to fit your unique challenges. Our repair service department is certified and the only local authorized dealer by Thermodynamics Equipment. Our on-call staff will help you minimize downtime and keep your production on target. Plus, S.J. Smith has a wide selection of rental welding machines. For short or long-term rentals, call S.J. Smith and see what we can do for you. You have the questions, S.J. Smith has the answers. Allow our expertise to work for you. Find out more at sjsmith.com.
The McDonald's Daily Double is back for just $1.89, but you don't have to remember it to love it. Prices and participation may vary for a limited time, a la carte only.
The pigeon doing the hawk walk. There's Hawk Harrelson right next door. Lots of wires over there. One strike. Mark Teahan, the third baseman. He's been struggling lately. He's 5 hits his last 18 games. He's in there for Brent Morrell today. We've got Rodrigo Lopez now in the spot previously occupied by Doug Davis, who was released on Wednesday. And another veteran, Ramon Ortiz, scheduled to start for the Cubs on Tuesday against one of his former teams, the Washington Nationals. Ortiz 16 starts at Iowa, 4.26 ERA. He'll pitch in the spot that was held by Carlos Zambrano. Big Z on the DL with a sore lower back. The throw eludes Rodrigo Lopez. That ball was ticketed for right. It'll be a hit for Mark Teahan, but what an effort by Pena. I didn't see if Lopez was late getting off the mound, but he wasn't.
No, he was getting over there. Unfortunately, the throw by Carlos Pena leads him just a little bit too much and perhaps a little bit too low, but certainly understandable after that diving stop. Throws from his knees back to the base. You can see as it sailed over first about knee high, allowing Teahan to reach with an infield single.
Beckham with a man on, nobody out. That's the first hit of the day, and it did not leave the infield. As Beckham looks at a strike, he took a leadoff walk in the 6th yesterday and came around to score the only run on Juan Pierre's RBI single. And he just got hit by a pitch to set up a bunting spot for Gavin Floyd.
Tailing fastball. You see Gio wanted it away. Ball tails back inside to Beckham. Looked like I caught him right on the back of that left elbow. And as you mentioned, sets up a probable sacrifice bunt situation here for Gavin Floyd. Obviously, being an American League pitcher, limited at bats, but he has put down one sacrifice this season.
Pena charging, and the pitch misses for ball 1. See, kind of at bat, Bob, you just want to tell him, here it is. Give it your best shot.
Absolutely. I mean, the White Sox willing to give up an out right here in this situation. Of course, any bunt defense that you work starts with a strike by the pitcher.
I'm going to let it roll foul. Picked up by Lopez.
You can have all the trick bunt defense plays in the world, but if the pitcher doesn't throw a strike to the plate and the guy takes a pitch, really doesn't make any difference. It all starts with that pitcher throwing the ball over the plate, daring the opposing pitcher to bunt the ball into play, and then ideally you get a lead run at third base. If not, take the sure out at first.
Fastball on the outside corner makes it 2-2.
Well, most teams have at least 3 variations of bunt defense. The normal play, which is what the Cubs use a lot, where Aramis Ramirez, the third baseman, reads the bunt, determines whether the pitcher can make the play or not, and then does the appropriate thing defensively. If Rodrigo Lopez cannot get to it, Aramis comes in and makes the play. The wheel play is another one where both corner infielders charge. You're trying to get the out at third base. Ball's bunted foul. That'll go as a strikeout for Gavin Floyd. Some teams have a double play bunt defense where you have a slow runner at first and a slow runner at the plate. The idea being you're going to try to turn a double play up the middle of the field. And then there are pickoff variations off of your bunt defenses. The Cubs are pretty much standard in their traditional bunt defense where the third baseman reads the play.
Pierre's come up with a bunch of big hits lately. Ready now for an 0-1. 2 strikes. Infield single by Tien started it. Then Beckham was hit by a pitch. Floyd failed in trying to lay down a sac bunt.
That RBI hit by Pierre in the ball game yesterday against Matt Garza, that was actually a really good pitch. Just a better piece of hitting by Juan Pierre. Just flipped it out into shallow left field to drive home Gordon Beckham with the only run of the game.
Right back to Lopez, an easy double play. Once he caught it, he had Beckham dead to rights at first base, and just like that, the inning is over. Still scoreless. Nicely done by the pitcher with a glove.
I'm Bill Wennington, and I took my share of body blows playing for the Bulls. But that was nothing compared to the hit I took when I learned my sister had cancer. She was only 38, and my whole world turned upside down. If this happens to you, contact the American Cancer Society right away. Their free, hands-on support gives patients their best shot at getting well. Today, my sister's a survivor. If someone you love is fighting cancer, get the American Cancer Society on your team.
Let's hit it, fellas. I heard we got a bunch of vets of Iraq and Afghanistan living the high life in here. Hey, am I in the right section? What's going on, man? Throw my people some hot dogs. They hungry. With this crew, I'm the safest man in this stadium. I like that. Let's make some noise for the vets of Iraq and Afghanistan. This is your front line, America. When you turn in your High Life bottle caps and pull tabs, 10 cents is donated to give vets a piece of the High Life. Like tickets to a game like this, right, guys? Yeah.
Heading to St. Louis for the Big Cubs Cards Weekend starting July 29th. Reserve your room in Casino Queens Riverfront Hotel, just a home run away from Busch Stadium. Enjoy dollar drafts in 7 Sports Lounge, where beer is a cold 29 degrees. Feast on the finest with our game day menu. Catch a hassle-free ride to the game on the Queens Free Shuttle. For special hotel and ticket packages, visit CasinoQueen.com, home of the loosest slots.
Tuesday, the Cubs are on the road in the capital to take on the Washington Nationals. Coverage begins at 5:30 with Chicago Tribune Live. Cubs, Nationals, Tuesday night at 6, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Know a newborn Cubs fan? The Newborn Fan Club is the perfect gift to showcase what it means to be a Cub for life. Receive a customized photo announcing the birth on the Wrigley Field marquee, a Cubs birth certificate, a Cubs baby stocking cap, and a Cubs Rookie of the Year onesie. Visit Cubs.com for more information and to sign up today.
Alfonso Soriano takes a strike. Cubs without a base runner early on against Gavin Floyd. Quiet homestand, Soriano just 4 for 21. Hasn't homered in a couple of weeks. Was off CC Sabathia on June 19. Evan Floyd was a 4th overall pick of the Philadelphia Phillies 10 years ago. Out of Baltimore, Maryland. White Sox got him from the Phillies in the offseason prior to 2007, and the deal sending Freddie Garcia the other way. Gio Gonzalez came over in that trade. He's now with Oakland, and Gonzalez was named to the American League All-Star team today. So Soriano hitting 7th, with Soto 8th, and then the pitcher Lopez. All three will bat here in this inning. That's high, and it's full 3-2. And then an infield.